Welcome! I am the Overlord, and this is Crack-A-Pack, a show where I open random Magic the Gathering booster packs and other sealed products for your amusement, pleasure, and perhaps spite. So, today, we have prize winnings, my favorite type of packs to crack. Yes, it was Conspiracy Take the Crown not too long ago, and I fought and ultimately ended up becoming the Monarch for a lot of the game. Almost decked myself, but when you're blue-red, like, the more cards, the better. And it was crazy, but I ended up winning, eliminating everybody else, the other 3 players in my battle pod. So that was a lot of fun. And we have packs, and I took the crown. It's a little beat up, but I took the crown home as a trophy. So there's that, and we will set the crown right here to bless our packs. I got 4 packs for taking first in my pod, so we shall open them. We shall start and end with Queen Marchesa, as these things usually do. Alright, here we go. First pack. Alright, so there's not going to be a foil in here, but that's alright. We'll go through the uncommons as we usually do, the rare, but I'll also stop to take a look at the conspiracy cards, because they're pretty neat, and I might have some things to say about them. Right here we have the Stone Shock Giant. It's a 5/4 for 5. It's pretty good for red. And it has Monstrosity 3, which would make it an 8/7. And when it becomes monstrous, creatures without falling your opponent's control can't block this turn. So that's pretty good. I like how they added monstrosity in this set to kind of pick things up in the late game, because these games tend to go pretty long. So that, with the basically instant speed effect that you can make your dude bigger and prevent your opponent's creatures from blocking, you can really mess someone up and play the politics there. So that's pretty sweet. Here we have Knights of the Black Rose. For 5, it is a 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch, which essentially just means when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card at the end of your turn, which is amazing. So it's a 4/4 for 5 plus a card draw. And whenever an opponent becomes Monarch, if you were the Monarch as the turn began, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's pretty spicy, especially if you have a lot of people, if you get a Monarch out early, and then a lot of people are fighting over the crown. You get your card draw, and then if someone takes that away, you get a little bit of life. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the Palace Jailer. And when it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch, which again is great. So we're essentially looking at a 2/2 for 4 that says draw a card. And when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until an opponent becomes the Monarch. So that's cool. It's kind of like a Banisher Priest. If you can play this dude and then get him to get killed while you're still the Monarch, then whatever he exiled is gone forever. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. We have our Construct token. And then our Conspiracy card is a common. It's one of the color cycle ones. So it has Hidden Agenda, name a creature, and when it attacks, if it has the chosen name for the Hidden Agenda, you may pay 1 white to make it indestructible until end of turn. That's pretty cool. A person in my play pod made his crabs indestructible, so he had giant indestructible 7/6 crabs. It was scary. Not as scary as how good this rare's gonna be. Let's see it. Bam! Paliano Vanguard. So this is a Draft Matters card. I'm not super excited about seeing these in like the normal rare slot, but hey, what can you do? As you draft a creature card, you may reveal it, note its creature types, and then turn this face down. Other creatures you control with the type you noted get +1/+1. This is not too bad. It could be really splashy in a draft, but when you're not drafting, you're just cracking, it's not super exciting, but we can't start things off with the most exciting card. No, we have to build up to that. That's the conspiracy of it all. With Rogue's Passage, add a colorless mana to your mana pool, pay 4 and tap it, and target creature can't be blocked this turn. This is really good. This is super good of getting past defenses in Commander, just getting that little bit of extra Commander damage done. We have Carnage Gladiator. It's a skeleton warrior, which is always sweet. And whenever a creature blocks, that creature's controller loses 1 life, and you can regenerate it. It is a 4/2 for 4, but that effect is pretty cool. You can definitely mess a lot of people up. Again, in the context of multiplayer, that's a pretty sweet effect because they don't even have to be blocking your creatures. It's just any creatures, so that's cool. Ooh, and then for an uncommon, we get one of the weirdest but probably most awesome ones of this new set, the Spy Kit. It's an equipment. An equipped creature gets +1/+1, which is always nice, and has all names of non-legendary creature cards in addition to its name. Yeah, something like that means you can do some crazy stuff with it. I can't even, fathom what Reddit has already, how they've already broken that card. So for a foil, we have Soldier. I don't like this one. I guess I have a ton of these Soldier tokens. It's very generic. I don't know. It doesn't really pop, So now we have the black version of these hidden agenda cards for this set. So it's hidden agenda. So you name a creature card, and creatures you control with the chosen name have, when this creature dies, you may pay black. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie token onto the battlefield tapped. A guy was using this with the Hawk that gets 1/1 in melee to basically he had an engine out that gave him infinite zombies. It was pretty scary. So naturally, everyone went full aggro on him and kind of shut him down, and I was there to finish him off. So that was cool. And now our rare for the pack is, bam! Regal Behemoth. Trample. When it enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. And whenever you tap a land for mana while you're the Monarch, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool in addition to that mana. So that's pretty good. For green, it doesn't have a super good body, but it does have evasion, a 5/5 for 6. You could probably ramp this pretty early. And if you're a fan of super crazy ramp decks, this is definitely one for that. Just get all that mana. So much mana. You don't even know. Don't even know. So, all right, that's a little more exciting. That's a little bit spicier. I like that it's a lizard. I don't know if I have a use for it, but hey, that's the fun of it. You never know about these things. So, we're starting off with the Killing Fiend, doing some killing. Still no foil, but it's not about the foil. Nah, it's about the fun of cracking the pack. So what we have here is the Afagard Hound, or Afagard Hound. Afagard Hound. It has flash, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +0/+3 until end of turn. It's 2/2 for 3. So it's good, like pseudo combat trick, but it also leaves a creature behind. Evaluate that as you will. Could be cool. We have the Noble Banneret. I definitely remember counterspelling this guy. Draft it face up. When you draft a creature card, you may reveal it, note its name, then turn Noble Banneret face down. As long as you control one or more creatures with the name noted for a card named Noble Banneret, and those creatures get +1/+1 and have lifelink. So when I saw that, and the dude had his indestructible crabs out, I think it was. Or maybe it was something else. But either way, there's a lot of them. I was like, nope, this game, you're not getting lifelink, sorry. I wasn't trying to draw aggro or anything, but it was just not a good thing to leave on the board. So it didn't even make it there. And we have the Havangul Vampire. Yay, vampires. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this is quite interesting. I didn't read that last part when I was looking at them in the draft, that whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. I just assumed it was the standard vampire clause of whenever a creature dealt damage by this creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. So that's could be really, really powerful. I kind of wish I would have drafted one of those, but I don't know if I saw it. Oh, and this is cool. Check this out. It's a Monarch token, and bam! It's a Monarch token on the other side! Yeah! That's so cool. I love the fact that it's double-sided. I hope that means they're going to start doing more double-sided tokens in the future, because it's just so cool. So our conspiracy is, ooh, a mythic conspiracy. Hymn of the Wilds. I think one of my buddies played this in his pod. The first creature spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. But you cannot cast instant or sorcery spells. That's tough. So load up on enchantments and creatures. I don't know if that is worth the... Wait, why do I still have 2 cards? Oh yeah, because that was that one. I don't know if that's worth really the limiting yourself to creatures and enchantments. Maybe I'll have to play it once and find out. But you know what is worth it? This rare. Let's check it out. Bam! Ah, Grinzo, Havoc Razor. It's alright. Legendary creature, Goblin Rogue. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Goad target creature that player controls. Or exile top card of that player's library. Until end of turn, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to cast it. A little bit of stealing spells kind of makes me want to make a spell stealing deck. Just everything is either casting your opponent's cards or copying their creatures. I think that would be a lot of fun to make a neat little gimmick deck like that. Oh, my deck's only as good as your deck because my deck is your deck. I'm just stealing it. So that's alright. The best for last is right here. That Monarch token got the crown. Gonna rub the crown for luck. Yeah, there you go. Good luck. Not any kind of luck. Good luck. Like really good luck here. So let's see. What do we got? What do we got? So no foil. So we won't get that super special awesome Kaya. But that's okay. Because I have a box of conspiracy I'm looking at as I'm opening these, and I'll do another video where I go through those, and maybe we'll find it in there. So we have Hail of Arrows. Hail of Arrows deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target attacking creatures. I think this was played against me, but incorrectly, and only ended up killing one of my dudes. It kills dudes. Then we have another Havenghoul Vampire. Lovely. And then we have, ooh, nice, a Deceiver Exarch. I actually played 2 of these in my deck because I had the conspiracy card Weight Advantage, which meant all of my creatures dealt damage equal to their toughness instead of their power. So that was pretty awesome. This is a 4/4 for 3 flash, and it let me tap or untap a permanent when I was playing it. For everyone else, it was just a 1/4, but I got some crazy good value bodies playing that conspiracy. That was a good conspiracy to be in blue. And then we have our 2 Monarch tokens, double Monarch, just like when I was the double Monarch. The conspiracy card here, we have the red one. I was in red and I passed on all of these. It's alright, it could be good if you get a guy through and they're low, so it could be good late game and you have all that extra mana, but I was a little bit more blue than red. Taking this wasn't high on my priority list. Incendiary Descent. Hidden agenda, the creature you control with the chosen name has fire breathing. Pretty simple, pretty basic. And now, the moment of truth. The ultimate conspiracy. What do we have here? You ready? You ready? Boosh! Cool. Adriana, Captain of the Guard. Legendary creature, it's a human knight. Has melee, and other creatures you control have melee. I'm hoping to, one of these days, get Eora, God of War, Eoras, from the Theros block, and make a commander deck with that, and this would be a card that would definitely go that, because that's just, hey, have immunity in combat, then smash everyone's face in. That's what Commander's all about, and that's what this card's all about. So cool. Let's go ahead and choose some MVPs here. Of course, we're going to show off the rare. Always good to get a little Stapley card. Staples are good. Garbage Fire is a hilarious name for a card. I actually had one for 5. And then someone else took one for 3, and I was like, brr, I needed to pass that. But I took a bomb rare that ended up winning me the game instead. So I made the right choice. This guy seems really good. There we go. Then, of course, we have our Regal Behemoth. Put you right there. Adriana will go in the middle. And finally, we have Grinzo and our Mythic Conspiracy. And we have our Monarch tokens. Let me pull these in there. Get a nice shot with the crowns. It's a broken crown. It was a hard-fought crown. And there we go. Those were my prizes from the Conspiracy Take the Crown game day thing. Friday Night Magic. Go now, my minions, and be free!